Ladies and gentlemen, welcome and welcome back to the on-site management track in Hangar 4. I'm Ben, our area manager from the States, and I've been to Copenhagen now probably 8 times through Dalux. And yesterday, or 2 days ago, I did something I've never done before. In the Norborough neighborhood, there's a cemetery there. And you might think, well, why would I go to a cemetery? If you have time, extra time in Copenhagen, I highly recommend you check out the Assistens Cemetery. People like Hans Christian Andersen are buried there, Niels Bohr, the famous physicist. And the place was packed. The fall colors on the trees were really nice. And then I'm like, why is this place so packed? And then I realized, because people are dying to get in. With that terrible joke, I'm going to introduce Rodrigo to the stage. Give him a warm welcome.
Thank you very much. Whew, I'm really so excited seeing you so much in this hangar number 4. So first of all, I would like to say really thank you for Dalux, which have been inviting me to share my knowledge right now about these processes which we have been implemented in YIT, Latvia. And next one, I should introduce myself to you. So, as has been told, my name is Rodrigo and I'm the mine BIM process manager in YIT Latvia, which is responsible about the coordination processes, about the requirement implementation, about the BIM models and all the BIM processes, about the construction digital processes and so on and so on. This is under my responsibility, and after that there are some colleagues which are also responsible, like you can see the Girts from YIT Latvia sitting in the front. He is responsible about the Dalux box implementation functionalities, but not about that. These days, this topic, like you saw, there will be about QR codes and 360 photo monitoring in construction and the practical use with Dalux field. So, what's the proposal? The first thing about the QR codes, the physical QR codes. I'm talking about the physical QR codes. These are not the QR codes which are stamped, but there are possibilities which are stamped up on the drawings and so on, but we are talking about the QR codes which are marked on the physical construction site. The purpose of these physical QR codes is to manage the correct location for all the registrations which will be created during the construction process. So the benefits from this construction, from these QR codes, the main benefits is that I have been marked there down. The precise location of basic reporting, faster and more accurate data input, and better trackability and accountability of all the database which have been added to this and linked to this 3D BIM model according to construction needs. Next one, I have been separated this in 2 parts, how we are using those QR codes. The first one is safety reporting, and that's the most important. So, when we have these QR codes on our site, the safety specialist can scan this QR code and find out exact location where he is located on the site. Imagine that there are 13th floor building. The site, not the site, but safety manager walking around all the day on the site, and then he located on the floor number 30, and he already has been no idea where he is located right now. Then he is scanning this QR code, and the Dalux field with these functionalities, like QR code, help him to manage that. He can add this and create this, let's say, safety issue or good practice task to correct place. And that's why we can keep away from the mistakes which can be created on the site with the registration of the data. So there we can see. Of course, there you can see the statistics. Everybody likes the statistics. And according to QR codes, according to task managing and registration, not only the safety issues and good practice, we are already registering the quality control cards on the site according to Dalux field functionalities, defects, and so on, so on. So about the defects, on the left top of the corner, you can see how much projects we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 active projects. And last year there was registered something like 6,843 tasks. It doesn't matter what kind of tasks they are. There can be the defects, they can be safety issues, good practice tasks. They are just tasks. And you can see, observing about the projects, how it looks like in this right graphic. So there you can see the units in YIT Latvia, how much safety observation issues have been created according to Dalux field help. So last month, not the last month, that was into September, this year's September, you can see the unit CE, Central Europe Residential Unit, all the countries together have been created almost 4,000 safety issue tasks. This could not be possible without the Dalux field and all those functionalities which gives us this Dalux field software. And then something relaxed about that what I'm telling you. I'm going to show you in this practical video how it looks like, how the safety manager easily and briefly can register on the site by using the QR codes these safety issue tasks. So let's go. This cute lady is safety manager, our safety manager in YIT Latvia. So you can see that she discovers some issue according to work safety. She has been scanned QR code. Immediately she has been find out her location and create the task on the correct location on the site. It can reduce us a lot of work. So you can see there was some 1, 2, 3, some maybe minutes. There will be some minutes to manage this task. That's all done. Thank you for Agnes. The next step where we are using those QR codes, this is the quality control cards, like I told before. We have been created for each project a quality control card by using the functionality which calls in a Dalux field quality control or inspection plans or the quality control inspection matrix. So in our case we call them the quality control cards. So there you can see this quality inspection matrix, where you can see on the left side the column of the separated apartments, the apartment 1, 2, 3, and then the separated floors. For each apartment has been created the virtual 3D Dalux field zoning, and for each zone has been related the separated QR code. So you can see on the bottom of this shadow, you can see all the works, and not all the works are supposed to be for each zone. So you can see some of the works there are for some of the zones, some works are not related to some zones. So when you are going to this physical construction site, you just scan these QR codes, and then what happens? Under this QR code, you can see this location, the zone which is linked to this zone, and under this zone are only those quality control cards which are related for this zone. So when the site manager walking around construction site, walking around the building, he can reduce the mistakes about not corrected fill, let's say, quality control cards which are not related to the zone where he exactly is. So the next one is about, you can also create those defects according these QR codes. And of course, the next one is that we can also add to these zones the execution plans. So when you are going to the project, you again scanning this QR code. Under this QR code, you can discover all the information which is related and added by the managers to this zone, or nothing else. Nothing else what is not related to this zone. This is really good, and this can give us a lot of time for that we can manage a lot of other kind of works. So this is how it looks like. This is how it looks like from the mobile app. You can see the site manager or someone else from the office can scan these QR codes for this apartment, let's say. So he already can see in this shadow what kind of tasks has been created for this, let's say, apartment, for only this apartment. What kind of checklists, quality controls, construction quality controls has been added to this zone under this QR code. And of course, one more thing, 360 photo monitoring photos. How much photo monitoring photos are related under this QR code and under this apartment, let's say. Then you can say briefly how it looks like. Push this as an example, push this button as a tasks. You can also see all the tasks which is under this QR code. And an example of the task, you can overview what's the status of these tasks and so on and so on. They can see the scratch on the doors. This is, I think, already fixed issue and already closed. Then about, again, the statistics about the defects. When we are talking one active project, for example, you can see what's the type of tasks that have been added on this project. So you can see 83% of the tasks are defects have been managed in one project. 6% are environmental notes. That kind of things have been added to this project, and other kind of things, let's say safety issues and so on, are not so big amount. All projects you can see in previous year there was 3,300. These are the defects which have been created. And the next one, according to 360 photos, you can see the beautiful pictures. We have been managing YIT Latvia this functionality very well, and we can see that in the future. The main benefits from this functionality is getting right now our warranty department when happens some cases and so on, so we can overview and watch what is happening under the covered constructions, what kind of MAP systems are covered, and so on and so on. So when something is happening, then we can overview and make decision how to resolve these things about that. So we are managing this with this 360-degree camera and so on. This is me. These are the QR codes, and of course, under these QR codes for this random, let's say, apartment, we can also, if we are scanning this QR code, we can also see all the QR codes which are created by this, let's say, apartment for each room. Use of photos in construction, photos taken regularly must be, and by the shadow, because you cannot come to the project, come to the object when all the MAP, let's say, systems are covered by construction, and everything else I think I already mentioned about that. About the use of those 360 photos in construction. Like I told that they are linked to 3D BIM model for special accuracy. They support quality assurance and progress documentation, and important for warranty validation in future maintenance. This is how it looks like from a mobile phone. And then, of course, I would like to highlight two processes about these 360-degree photos. One, functionality right now, which has been highlighted in Dalux news this morning, is this sidewalks. You can see how it looks like. And another one is pointed 360 photos. Right now, in our practice uses, we are using 360 photos like the point shadow created, and because we can see that we have really small scale of those apartments, of those rooms and so on. We cannot imagine how it could be if we gonna go through this sidewalk system and how it's gonna work. But we gonna try it in the future, how it's gonna look like. Because I saw one good thing which we can realize there. This is that from these 360 photo strategic, we can create these photo monitoring 2D visions on the 2D plans. So we can try to piloting this after the summit, when I'm gonna return back to Riga, to Latvia, and we will see how it's gonna implement in our daily processes. So of course you can see that the main benefits of the sidewalk faster large-scale registration process, and from the point registration of the 360 photo monitoring is more accurate definition of the location registration, the points of the registration. And other kind of things of the benefits are the same, I think. Integration with BIM models, remote site access, reduced travel and inspection costs. User story examples. So there is everything I've been told. Without QR codes, we can gain up a lot of mistakes by the registration. If we have those QR codes, then we can reduce those mistakes by registration. And after that, you can see the site manager already without these QR codes have been walking around the site, registering a lot of things. And after that, he came back to the office and discovered that a lot of registered, let's say, tasks have been registered in not corrected location places. And after that, no, you can see that he's sitting beside the PC and managing how to fix all those locations for previous day registered tasks. And it takes us a lot of time, and he could not spend the time which could be more useful for the construction processes. Benefits and summary. QR codes, of course, location accuracy, faster reporting, and smooth BIM integration. When we are talking about 360 photos, then these main benefits is the full visual documentation, more effective collaboration between the office and site managers, all the employers inside the YIT. And the last one is the stronger quality tracking. Using QR codes and 360, for what we are using for safety reporting, for quality control. Of course, in there are no topic about environmental reporting, then handover documentation, and it helps us communication between field and office with communication. So, I think that's all from my side. This was the presentation about, like I told before, the main principles, how these QR codes work. That's why at the end I stamp up my QR code when you could contact me, ask any questions about the practical things, because I'm a practical guy who is working on the YIT about these practical implementation processes of digitalization, and of course about the BIM processes, about the 3D BIM models, and so on and so on. So, thank you.
Thank you so much, Rodrigo. We have time, a couple minutes for questions, if anyone is interested. I've got a couple colleagues with microphones.
So you can scan this QR code and it gonna brings you to my LinkedIn profile. Yeah,
One in
Emil.
the front.
Very nice presentation, thank you. As I have seen, you're using QR codes for zones, so for apartments or
Yeah.
for specific zones. Are you planning to use QR codes for specific elements, like columns or maybe
Oh
windows,
no,
doors?
right now, no. We have not been thinking about that right now. We are just right now piloting this for the zones which are detailed, let's say, separated by the zones. Maybe we should separate them more detailed by the rooms, but I think there will be the resistance from the site managers about that.
Thank you.
Any other questions, folks? Yes, Rory's got you.
Thank you for your presentation. Do you have a method to print very fast the QR code? I saw you have some standard sheets to print the QR
Yeah,
code.
forms, yeah. Do I have, again, maybe can you repeat?
A method.
Method?
Method.
Method.
What's your process to print the QR code?
Print QR codes. What's my process to print QR? There are possibility in Dalux field in settings. You can go in the settings, open up the functionalities, locations, location zones, and there are possibilities to create those QR codes, and that's it. Simple.
Yeah, I know that, but just you do it manually too?
Yes, we are doing this manually, and then that's why I told that there could be some resistance from site managers, and those processes are doing the site managers, administrators, like maybe, yeah, site managers, administrators, and the site manager administrators just print them out. I'm giving them all the information like administrator, Dalux administrator, like the PDF files with those old zone QR codes, and then site management administrator going around building, just picking them on the walls. That's all.
Okay, thanks. Just searching
Yeah.
one way to do it faster, because when
You know the one way to
500 apartments, it's quite long to.
Yeah. I don't know the faster way. Then there will be some drone or something like that which can manually take off the hour manually work.
One more time for Rodrigo. Folks, we have a 10-minute break.